Hi, day 10. How's everybody doing out there? I'm really loving the love on the videos. Counts are going up. That means people are watching them. Feedback is coming in via some stealth methods. Really would appreciate it if people post. Calling you out. Post on me. I just want to say thank you to everybody who's watching these. I really appreciate it. I'm going to get right into it today. Today is day 10. Fast is going beautifully. Tolerating it very well. People are kind of wondering why I'm doing it, and I'm explaining it pretty much as this. I'm really trying to do things so far outside of my comfort zone that I'm growing by default. What that means is I have lived a life of comfort for a lot of things that I've done and a lot of things that I've been through, that this is one of those situations where I'm kind of really pushing myself way out there just to see what happens and just see what I could possibly learn or grow. It's really working, I'll tell you that much, because I'm really seeing what I'm capable of. I'm really seeing the capacity at which I have to have self-control. The smell of food is something that I've really come to love and enjoy just before I eat. But for the past 4 days, I haven't had any solid food at all. And it's kind of weird because I'm at the point now where I'm not really hungry. And I'm kind of liking that. It kind of gives me the feeling like I'm in control of what happens to me. I'm not determined by my circumstance, habits, or patterns what I do in the span of a day. And as this goes on, I really believe that this is going to really be something that's going to be empowering as we move forward down this wonderful path that I'm on. Today's subject is focus. The ability for you to focus in on one thing or another at any given point in time is usually determined by what you're thinking about most, where you spend your time most, who you spend your time with most. Keyword in all of those is most. If you stop and think about it, where do you spend most of your time? In the span of a day, there's people I know personally who spend most of their time on Facebook. There's other people who spend most of their time surfing, let's say, PG-17 sites. I'm not going to say any names or say who you may be because you're watching and I know it. If that's what you do, that's entirely up to you. But there are things that you could do other than that that would be a benefit to yourself and to the people that you care about. Sometimes for some people, their focus is just getting back to what it is they feel comfortable with. Some people focus on their children. Some people focus on their cars. Some people focus on what are they going to do this weekend, and their whole week is centered around, oh my God, what am I going to do this weekend? And then they go out, get drunk, and forget everything that happened over the weekend because that's what they do. For me, my focus has really been on learning and trying to figure out intermingling ideas between individuals. What that means is the connections between each individual that I talk to or interact with on a daily basis to find a commonality, to find what motivates somebody to be, do, and act the way they do, and what empowers a person and what disempowers a person. What are the things that allows a person who has had real adversity in their life figure a way out of not only adversity but to really overcome it, to really surpass just being okay with their existence, believing in their story, falling in love with their story, coming up with their reasons and justifications for staying in their comfort zone. You see a trend here. I'm kind of going over the things that went over the past few days. All these things contributes to one simple thing. Belief equals focus. Let me say it again. If you're taking notes, that's a good point to write down. Belief equals focus. If you believe that spending 10, 12 hours on Facebook is what's going to make you happy, you're going to do it. And there's going to be very few people in this world who are going to be able to stop you. If you feel that spending your time with your children and potentially neglecting somebody you care about, who may not be a child, who may be watching this video, who may need a reminder, you know who you are. No, I'm not taking shots at you, so you can stop shaking your finger at the screen or getting all butthurt. It's not about that. It's about being better. It's about improving what you have on a day-to-day basis to be able to give unconditionally, which is going to be one of the other subjects I'm going to talk about, which is unconditional love. But to give unconditionally without the expectation of return, and having that become your focus. Now, I know a lot of people are going, oh my God, he's talking about giving. I don't want to give, I want to get. In a certain time frame that is undetermined by normal man, when you get into the habit of giving without the expectation of return, whether it be in a relationship or an interaction with another individual, you have a tendency to really start to receive through the act of giving. There are a lot of people that it's all about me. It's all about everybody doing what I want them to do. I've seen drivers on the road who, oh, if I was a cop, cut you off, and then they look at you like you're stupid as they drive away, potentially causing an accident. Just the other day, I saw an accident caused exactly that way, where a woman cut off another car. I'm not picking on women before you guys start on me. I'm not picking on women. I'm just saying it happened to be in that circumstance a woman who cut off another car. The car stopped short, and then another car ran into that car. It almost caused a chain reaction, but the traffic slowed just enough so that it was only just the two cars. Why did it have to happen? Is it that we're so much in a rush, that we're so focused on where we're trying to get to, that we're completely oblivious to everyone around us? Does that make any sense? Yes, there are times that all of us have somewhere to get to, but does it really mean that we have to take not only our lives but the lives of those around us at risk by driving at a high rate of speed because we're focused on getting there? Oh my God! So I just want to say that we can slow our focus down. We can determine what we focus on most by just, again, I'm saying, get that pencil and the paper out and just take a log of what are you doing in the span of a day? Where are you spending your time? Who are you spending your time with? Going back to your plans, are those things in alignment with your plans? If you're planning to do all these things and become a millionaire, for example, and you're spending your time with people who, let's say, aren't the best financial managers in the world, the two roads will very rarely, if ever, cross. So that would mean that something has to change. Either you have to change, or your friends have to change, or maybe just your zip code has to change. Your job, or something has to change for you to be in a position to where you can even start to head in that direction. But you have to have the ability to stop, back up, and really look at what's going on around you. So your focus on yourself is one of those things I talked about in another video where I was saying that you take a few minutes out and you just kind of hang out with yourself, by yourself. Think about what it is you want and make those plans and start to execute them. Let that be your focus for a little while, and let's see how that affects you and where you wind up. Hold yourself accountable for just doing what you know is right. It works. It's a principle. Principles are those things you can't refute if you do them like you're supposed to. If you do it half-assed, that's another circumstance entirely. But listen, you shouldn't be doing it just because I told you to. You should be doing it because you want to. I'm doing it and holding myself accountable through these videos because I want everyone to see what happens when you just apply some really basic things on a day-to-day basis. And kind of just talking about them on a day-to-day basis so that you can see and have that little reminder at least once a day for 5 to 7 minutes. Oops, I'm at 10 already. Overtime. I think it was a good subject, so I'm okay with it. I said I'm okay with it. Really, I am. I said I am. All right, that's enough for me for today. As I said before, let today or tomorrow be the day that you make a difference to yourself and those you love and those who are around you. Don't cut them off in traffic. Give them a break. Someday somebody may give you a break when you need it, and it'll make a big difference. Thanks.